Welcome back, guys. We are going to do some more logic puzzles on the Brilliant app. So, next up, we have got and, or, and not. This lesson asks questions with Venn diagrams and the logical language of and, or, and not. So, this diagram represents 200 students who took a survey on if they liked pizza, ice cream, both, or neither. For example, 87 students liked ice cream and not pizza. How many students liked pizza or ice cream? Right. So this is taking me back to one of the previous logic puzzles that I did where I was arguing about this or. And apparently, oops, didn't mean to do that. Or does not mean or in logic. Or means and or, which to me doesn't really make sense. It's like if you flip a coin and you say heads or tails, you can't have and or. It's just or. But in logic puzzles, apparently, or means and or. And I think that's what this particular test is going to demonstrate. So, how many students liked pizza or ice cream? So, there are 52 and 87, but you've also got this group in the middle, 42. So if you say or, you would assume it means 52 plus 87 is 139. But in the realm of logic, you are also including the group of people with and so you will be including the 42 in the middle to make it 181. Yeah. 19 students did not like pizza or ice cream. The fastest way to calculate this, yeah, note that logical or is by default inclusive, meaning students who like pizza and ice cream are included in the count, yeah. So we're going back to one of the previous logic puzzles that I did, where or is and or, and it says note the logical or. So it's all about the logical or. I wonder what the other version of or is. I wonder if it's got a name or if it hasn't. Right, based on the same survey from the last question with 200 students total, how many students did not like both pizza and ice cream? That is, they showed a preference for one food or neither food. So it's 200 take away 42. Sentences using different combinations of and, or, and not indicate different portions of the Venn diagram. Here are 4 candidate diagrams for the sentence A or not B. Right, okay. What have we got up here? So this is the same as this. This is the same as this. This is not, neither of these are the same. Okay, so it's definitely not either of these two. Right, here are the 4 candidates for the sentence A or not B. So it's one of these two. A or not B. So it has to be number 3 then, because this one's got the check mark outside. What? So the check mark outside is included in the statement not B. Okay. 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 So it's not A. Oh, of course, because it's A and or not B. So the or here, when it says not B, it's everything in the world apart from B, which includes all of this outside stuff. And the or is irrelevant. Or am I just fixating on the or too much here? Not B is A. A, not B. Yeah, not B is basically everything apart from B. So I should have known that it was diagram 4. My bad. Consider this Venn diagram. Which statement matches the diagram? Okay. Oh God, look at all these. A and B or neither. Not A and not B. A or B, but not both. Not A brackets. This is the first time we've seen brackets. I've been wondering why none of the logic puzzles have had brackets in, and now suddenly they throw a bracket in. Well, that's just going to confuse things if we've suddenly started getting brackets involved. Right, which statement matches the diagram? A and B or neither? Well, it can't be that. Not A. Well, it can't be that. A or B, but not both. Well, it's clearly that then. This Venn diagram shows the number of genome clusters shared by bacteria. Data source. Comparative genomics of Serratia. SPP, 2 paths towards endosymbiotic life. Oh dear, I don't think I needed to read that bit. How many clusters are in S symbiotic but not S proteamaculans? Proteamaculans. Never heard that word before in my life. Okay, how many clusters are there in S symbiotica and not S proteamaculans? So I can take all of these out, just add these two together. 557. Here is a 3-set Venn diagram with its regions labelled. How many of the regions are included in the statement A and B or C? So now we've got brackets. Is that A and B? Or because we've got brackets, is that A and B? They haven't explained any of this brackets business to me. I don't know what the brackets are asking me to... How is that any different to A and B without the brackets? Right, okay. Well, A and B or C. Or means and or, doesn't it? So is that going to be this one? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, I'm going to guess 5. A and B or C. Yeah, let's go for 5. Yeah, happy days. So it's not A and B. It's the combination of the two. Right, which statement would match this Venn diagram? Not A and not B and not C. Or not A, B and C. Right, I think this goes back to this one. We've just established that the brackets mean joint, not individual. So if we go down here, the joint of A, B and C would just be this one little bit in the middle. But we have got both of the above here. So technically, the correct answer is both of the above. Because if you're not including any of these, you're also not including this one in the middle. So technically, both of the above. Oh, Inamin, which statement would match the Venn diagram? So it needs to match the entire diagram, not which of the statements. Yeah, so although this is included in here, it doesn't actually match the entire diagram. Yeah, so I think it's this one. Right, happy days. In this lesson, we covered the logical language of and, or, and not, and how it connects the visual language of Venn diagrams. In the next lesson, we'll go over how and, or, and not relate to one another. You actually get a sneak peek at this in the last problem. Okay, I'll quickly jump into the next one. Right, De Morgan's law. Ava is asked by her mother what she drank at lunch, and Ava made the following statement. I did not have juice, and I did not have water. Oh, here we go again. This is bringing back memories of a previous logic puzzle. I was arguing during that one with the answer, so I'm guessing this De Morgan's law is probably gonna explain why I was arguing. If the words or and are being used in their strictly mathematical sense, oh, I don't know which one the strictly mathematical sense is. We've just had the logical sense. Is that the same as the mathematical sense? Or is the mathematical different to the logical? You can't go starting calling them two different things for the same thing. Oh God, I have no idea which one you want me to say. Because there's two answers, depending on which sense you're using. So I did not have juice and I did not have water has got two answers. So it's either I did not have juice and I did not have water, or I did not have juice or I did not have water, excuse me. So I did not have juice and water, that's one of them. I did not have juice but I had water. That's definitely not one of them. I did not have juice. Sorry, I did not have water, but I had juice. That's definitely not one of them. I did not have juice or water. See, this is the thing. It's either and or. So even though it says and here, the mathematical sense, I believe, is or. And that is why I was arguing with one of the previous logic questions. Because technically, there are two parts to this statement. There are, I did not have juice, full stop. I did not have water, full stop. And so, there are two different, you can technically have juice and not water. I did not have juice and water. And this is, I did not have juice and water. It's basically saying I did not have a mixture of juice and water, or I did not have them both at the same time. Where this is, I did not have juice and I did not have water. So that is, I did not have juice or water. So yeah, I think it's this one. Right, sorted. Which statement is equivalent to not A or B? So A or B with the brackets is together. So which statement is equivalent to not A or B? In a min, this graph is not that's not the same as the one on the previous thing. The previous one, when A or B was in brackets, it only symbolized I can't think of what the word is. The bit that joins them both together. So it should only put a check mark on this one here. And the whole thing that they're showing here is not A and not B. Isn't it? I don't think this diagram is correct. Right, which statement is equivalent to not A or B? Oh my goodness gracious me, my brain is just, it can't cope anymore. Which statement is equivalent to not A or B? Not A or not B. Not A and not B. See, this just does not look right to me, this diagram doesn't. That is not what the previous group of questions was showing. Not A or B. Not A and not B. I think it's this one. I don't know why I think it's this one, but I think it's this one. Not A or not B. Not A. Why would they have brackets here if these two are exactly the same? They wouldn't. There'd be no point. So I think it's this and. Right, show me the explanation, please. Intuitively, note this is identical to the last question in form. I did not have juice and I did not have water is equivalent to saying I did not have juice or water. More formally, we want to exclude everything that is a part of A or B and only include things that are not part of either. Not A or not B is true, for instance. Not A is true alone. This includes anything in B but not A, shown below, so it doesn't match the diagram. Both A or not B and A and not B includes things in A which we also don't want. Not A and not B individually excludes everything from A, then everything from B, which matches the diagram not A or B. I swear in the previous group of questions, when you put A and B in a bracket, it only meant that one individual bit in the middle. Okay, okay. Right, fair enough. Mary was asked by her father what she had to eat for lunch. I had an apple and a blueberry muffin. If Mary is lying, what does that indicate? So that means she could have had anything. In a minute. Let me try and. So it means she had anything apart from both of them. But she could have had a mix. She did not have an apple, or she did not have a blueberry muffin. She did not have an apple, or she did have I think it's this one. She did not have an apple, or she did not have... Cinnamon, what's the difference? She did have an apple, sorry. She did not have an apple, and she did not have a blueberry muffin. So I think it's or, because this is and or. So I think it's or. Yeah. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Which statement is equivalent to... See, this is not A and B. That is the diagram that I was expecting. Oh, that's not A and B. That is not A or B. Right, okay. Oh my god, I hate this. I absolutely hate this. Right. So if it's in brackets, you can have and or, and they are different. Oh my goodness gracious me. What am I doing? What am I doing? Right, which statement is equivalent to not A and B? Right, what was the last one? Which statement is equivalent to not A or B? That was not A and not B. So the other way around would be not A or not B. Is that correct? Not A or not B? That is an option. That is an option. Not A in a minute. Which statement is equivalent to not A and B? Not A or not B. So not A, that would include B, or not B, that would include A. I think it's not A or not B. Oh god, it is. Let's have a look. Not A or not B. It's true in these cases. Yeah, so it's not A, but it does include this one. It's not B, but it does include this one. So you add them both together and you get the two on the outsides. Oh god almighty, this... Oh, I don't know how much more I can take. The equivalences from the previous questions are known as De Morgan's laws, which specifically are that not A and B is equivalent to not A or not B. Oh, what is going on? So basically, if you have them in brackets, when you take the brackets away, it changes from an and to an or and adds a not. Where if you take the brackets away when it has an or, it changes it to an and adds a not. What is going on, man? Do they have to make it this complicated? So, I tell you what, my brain. Right, so let's see if we can cement this into our brains. Not bracketed and is the same as not unbracketed or not. So take away the brackets, change or and around, and add a not. Take away the brackets, change and or and not around, and add a not. I'm going insane. You can think of the not on the outside, which is probably this on the outside of the brackets, distributing to both A and B, as well as causing the or, which I'm guessing is this, statement on the inside. Oh, in a min, would that be this or? to be made into an and statement or vice versa. What is going on? Let's try De Morgan's problem with the Venn diagram. What is an equivalent statement to not A and not B? Right, I'm getting some paper. I can't do this without paper. What is an equivalent statement? So I need to take away, right, so let's write in not, take away the bracket, so not A, change the and to an or, and add a not, but it's already got a not. So you end up with not A or not B. So not B is the same as B. So the answer is not A or B. Not A or B. Right, according to this malarkey, the answer is not A or B. That's what I've got written down anyway. Yeah. Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm never going to remember any of this stuff. This is impossible. I don't even understand it. I'm just following what it's telling me to do, and it's not sinking into my skull at all. One last puzzle. When you get to formal logic, you'll learn notation and get better at solving problems like this. Oh my goodness. What on earth am I looking at here? What's equivalent to, right, pen and paper, not A or not B. So does that mean that the next one is an or an and? I have no idea. I'm just going to leave it as or not C. So cross out the not, and then we've got not A or B or not C. Not A or B or not C. Right, so I don't know if that second or, this one here, needs to be changed to an and or not. So it's either this one or this one. Not A or B or not C. That's what I've got written down, but I don't know if I should have changed this or not. So why do you change this one to from an and to an or, but you don't change this one from an or to an and? I have no flaming idea whatsoever. Not like I'm ever actually going to use this in any practical situation in my life. But yeah, that is, God knows. I have no flaming idea what's going on. Right. I can't take any more of this. I can't take any more. I know it's only a short video, but I need to put it down. I need to put it down. Right, well, yeah. Let me know in the comments, did that make any sense to you whatsoever? Have you ever done anything like this before? And, oh, in a minute, I might have one more question left. No, that was the last question. Yeah, let me know if you've seen any of this type of stuff before, because this is the first for me. I've never seen anything like it. Right, yeah, well, cheers for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.